Welcome to Wellness with Lubina, a place for us to come together, a sanctuary for healing, self-discovery, transformation, guidance and support. I'm Lubina, your guide on this sacred journey. Today we're going to delve into the Chiron in the cave meditation. Chiron, known as the wounded healer in mythology, symbolizes the profound journey of transforming personal wounds into sources of wisdom and healing. This meditation invites you to explore your inner landscape, confront deep-seated wounds, and emerge renewed with clarity and strength. So before we begin this meditation, it might be helpful to know the placement of Chiron in your birth chart. Knowing your Chiron placement can bring a new level of depth and personal resonance to this journey. Chiron is a celestial body, a small planetary object with characteristics of both an asteroid and a comet. But in astrology, Chiron is more than just a space rock. Astrologically, Chiron is known as the wounded healer. In mythology, Chiron was a wise centaur, half man, half horse, who was wounded in a way he could never fully heal. But despite his own pain, he became a powerful teacher, healer, and guide to others. His wound became the source of wisdom, compassion, and transformation. So let's look at what Chiron represents in your birth chart. Mainly, it represents your core wound. A place where you may feel broken, rejected, or like you don't belong. This wound often stems from early life experiences or ancestral or karmic patterns. Secondly, there is a hidden gift. Through this wound, you develop deep insight, empathy, and healing abilities. This might resonate with you. Chiron shows you how you can turn pain into purpose. And finally, Chiron doesn't fix you. He invites you to make peace with your wound, and from that place, share your medicine with the world. So, knowing Chiron's placement in your chart by sign and house can be quite useful. So, take a moment, go down to the link, and find Chiron's placement in your chart. The sign will tell you how the wound shows up. So, for example, in your identity, relationships, and expression. The house will tell you where in your life this wound is most likely to be felt. So, it might be in your house of career, family, love, creativity. So, let's take an example. Chiron in the 5th house in Aries, but retrograde. So, this is a rich and complex placement. So, let's break it down into its core themes and then explore how this might influence your inner journey, especially in the context of meditation or healing work like the Chiron in the cave journey. Core meaning of Chiron in the 5th house. The 5th house is the realm of creativity, self-expression, romance, pleasure, play, joy, inner child. So when Chiron lives here, your wound is often tied to being seen, feeling creatively blocked, or not feeling safe to express your unique spark. There may have been experiences in childhood or young adulthood where your joy, voice, or originality was suppressed, someone mocked you, misunderstood you. So you may feel self-conscious about shining or exposing your heart to others. In Aries, it adds a layer of identity and instinct. So it's about courage, independence, taking initiative, and being authentic. But when Chiron is here, you may feel a core wound around asserting yourself, believing in your right to take up space, or leading with your fire. You might fear you're too much or not enough. So it's a wound of self-identity and action. Do I have the right to express myself boldly? Will I be rejected or misunderstood if I do? When Chiron is retrograde in your chart, the wound is turned inward. The healing journey becomes more reflective and internalized. You may not show your pain outwardly to the world, but it does affect you deeply in how you relate to others and yourself. So this retrograde motion also gives you a unique sensitivity and intuitive capacity to understand pain in others, especially those who struggle with expression, passion, or childhood traumas. So what is the core wound? It's basically saying, it hurts to be me. It feels unsafe to show my fire, my joy, my love. If I express myself, I might be hurt, or worse, ignored. So what do you do with this? First, reclaim your right to play, to create, and to love freely. Secondly, heal your inner child, especially where they felt shamed, silenced, or even abandoned. Also learn that your creative expression is a medicine, not something to be judged. But most of all, create for yourself, not for validation. Understand that your presence is not a threat, it is a gift. So maybe some affirmations like, I'm grateful my fire is safe here. I express myself with courage and love. I'm free to create without fear or judgment. My joy is sacred. My play is powerful. So in essence, Chiron is the part of you that hurts the most, but also heals the deepest. It's called the crack in the soul where your true light lives. So knowing your Chiron placement can help you understand your inner journey more clearly. And this meditation of Chiron in the cave is designed to meet you exactly where those wounds live, offering presence, peace, and perspective. So it's like walking into a sacred temple with a map, a compass that whispers, this is where the wound lives, and this is where your light gets in. So before you start the meditation, you might like to look up where Chiron is in your natal chart. Note the sign, the house, and any themes or patterns that might come up for you. This knowledge isn't necessary, but it can serve as a soft lamp in the dark, illuminating the parts of you this meditation is here to meet. And remember, you don't need to understand everything. You only need to feel what is true. So when you're ready, you can move on to the Chiron in the cave meditation. Looking forward to meeting you there.